We're here, guys. Testing 1, 2, 3. Sound check. How do we sound? Ancient Arrow, it only works if you don't put any text in front of it. Sound check. How did the level sound, guys? Ooh, still one more name. Ironheaded. Come on, bro. You know I run my seed cleaner, restart my computer, and do everything I'm supposed to do before the stream. That's why I went offline. I came back online. Let me, there it is. There it is. John Bingham and the Herzer. Let me just throw a quick link up on Spiky Bits Hobbies. We're tracking loyalty right now. You're earning Yo-Dogs right now. Everyone who's early to the stream is going to get like 15 more Yo-Dogs than anybody else. Post that shit. Make sure all my schedules are working right too. You guys seen these on Twitter too? Like I got some software that's supposed to be handling that shit. I just haven't been checking on it. Oh, yeah, it works. Good to go. Oh, Brush Looker's group is over 1,000 people. Fuck yeah. Look at the leaderboard. So Jazar, he's got over 4,000 Yo-Dogs. He can buy himself a fucking swag crate. And remember, guys, if you earn these Yo-Dogs and you have enough to buy something or redeem it for something, go in there and redeem it. Use the info panel, everything. You need to actually go to Revlo, following those links, and click redeem this shit, and then I'll get a notification. John Bingham, you gathered your 3 children around the iPad. I hope they recognize that a lot of things we're going to say are not child friendly. British Pete, I'm wearing PJs, homie, all day. Killing Tom Payton, yeah, you're close. I'm looking at the leaderboard right now. Killing Time Painting, Joe Darkblade, and Jazar they're definitely going to get their swag rates. They're close. Start the show in 8 minutes. Let everyone get their Yo-Dogs. Do a quick roll call. Absinthe in the house. What's up, Absinthe? Fiendishly Juicy. What up? I haven't seen you. Been too long. Ironheaded, the world's greatest mod, of course, is checking in. Mathis. Raspy like always. Mambo Beats, what's up? Rhinoceros. Tried your purple pre-shade for the yellow. It is, I'm assuming 3 asterisks is clutch. Is something like fucking clutch. British Pete checking in. Nick P1, sub player. Still one more name. Looking fresh, dog, flexing out. Of course, you guys notice we got more emotes. Agent Arrow. God, Agent Arrow is ridiculous, by the way. Shagath. The Huff. Of course, John Bingham. Orgasmic, he's only here for the Yo-Dogs. Small Cave Studios, what's up, man? The Pervy Monk. God damn, dog. It's been too long. Waffles. Yo, dog. Killing time. You're ridiculous. Techno Martyr. What's up? Still my name. You go. Oh, I see what's going on. You and Dragon are trying to watch at the same time and on two PCs to have your two usernames. Battle of the speakers. Get your goddamn headsets in. Techno Martyr, what's the great news? Hold on a second. DA Captain Mentalize? Decapitamentalize? The Captain Mentalize. Get some goddamn underscores. But it's a good name. The Cheesy Poofs. Ooh. Diesel 77. What's up? Last time you're going to check it out till you move? Damn. That sucks, man. But hopefully it's a good move. Roxon 1. What's up? I want to say Multal. Correct me if I'm saying it wrong. What's up, man? Ooh, Techno Martyr. That's a big win, bro. The Captain Mentalize underscores it for the week. Small Cave Studio. Wondering what brand of brush cleaner you're using. I think it's Masters. The brush soap is what I think what you're talking about. Brush shampoo. Brush shampoo. I'm waiting for my Instagram alert to post on Instagram. British Pete, who mixed your music into the background of the stream? Me. In case you guys didn't realize, I am the producer, editor, sound engineer of The Long War. I have acquired a very unique set of skills over the last 6 years and accrued a large library of royalty-free jams that we use on everything. So that way it can be on the internet without getting muted at all times. Drakensberg or D. Kratesberg. Been listening to the Long War episodes of the podcast, I assume, and I gotta know who does the ads in the middle of the show. I do. Another me. I edit them at least. I sound engineer them. We have a voiceover actress who does the VO on those. Her name is Bonet, and she's my lady. She does a lot of things. She's talented. She's got voiceover acting credits, but she's mainly a producer and writer. God. We definitely gotta get some Bad Boys gifts in here. Bad Boys 3, 2017. You know I'm gonna be in that movie. And Iron-Headed, it's spelled. That's Benoit. It's spelled like this, like an accent mark over the E. Alright guys, about to start this bitch. We're here guys. Oh, Bonnet, dog, I just said it. It's not bonnet. Yeah, there's like a billion ways to say the A sound in French. Oh, I didn't see you guys there. Yo, dog, Kenny Boucher here, Next Level Painting, hitting you up on what is quickly becoming the literal best day of the week. On this glorious Tuesday in the Beats Lab in Hollywood, California, we're hitting you up again with a live tutorial.
Excellent!
Jacob B. Chaosy, I think is what it said. Thanks for the follow, my player. What's up, man? So, a lot has happened this week. We've done a lot, man. Worked on that War Boss. I've been breaking into the tree peoples, tree persons from the Slovenith, I think is how you say it. Got some of those big trees. We got Beetle Lady. We got a lot of stuff on deck for the studio tutorials coming out real soon. Today, we're going to do more orcs. We're going to work on the Painboy today. Then, I think after that, I'll flip the script and hit you with the NIDS on the last couple streams of the month. Because obviously, only so much pre-shading orcs I can do before it gets boring, but I just wanted to show you guys the Painboy, at least, because he's so well converted by Brian Mole. Obviously, I got a little teaser trailer of how I got it to this stage. Anybody who's new to the stream, welcome, and who doesn't know one of the ancient Chinese techniques of pre-shading, which is what we do with greens with the airbrush, I will walk you through it in our little trailer video, and then I'll show you how to apply the red. We'll use some wash technique on some orcs. We'll do a lot of things today. I'm going to give it about 2 minutes interacting with you guys before we start the video, so we can make sure everyone gets here to see the video from the beginning. I'm going back in time, looking at the chat. The British Pete D-Rock tunes. Do I listen to the original D-Rock tunes? Of course, man. What is Killing Time? You friggin' better be a BB3. I don't know what that is. T6 Ted, dog, don't get it twisted, man. That GW was not. That was not a leak, homie. That's a Willy Wonka chocolate factory ticket they put into a box on purpose. It's not the first time they've done it, actually. It's the second time. They did it during Age of Sigmar. They put a crazy ass sorcerer in a box, put it out there, and they sat on Karn the Betrayer until that shit was found. Part of their promotional campaign. Look to see more of those happen in the future. They're going to definitely try to make GW more collectible than it has been. Sylvaneth. Oh, Bad Boys 3. Word, word, word. All right, guys. You guys ready for today's video?
Excellent!
I wanted to say, God, I missed that one. Let me see.
Excellent!
Gravy Robber. Thanks for the follow. Cutthroat. Sure. Cutthroat Kier. Thanks for the follow. We also have Warhammer 2K16. Thanks for the follow.
Excellent!
To Captain of Mentalize. Thanks for the follow, brother. Okay, we're gonna start this. We're gonna start this trailer. Okay, guys. So here it is. The highly converted Painboy's bike. We're using Vallejo Surface Primer Black. We're going to give it a nice coat. A couple of even light coats. Really want to establish a true black, strong polyurethane undercoat. Now I would use, I mean, I'm not against using Rattle for a lot of things. It's just that when I'm working on these highly converted models, I'm going to make sure the black gets everywhere I want it to be. You get optimized control when you prime with the airbrush, but I don't like what the polyurethanes do to my airbrush, so I don't always do it, but I definitely do it for like showpiece models every time, all day or day. So I love this bike, this converted bike, but here's the converted Painboy. Look at this guy. Look at the fucking syringe, the dock tools, the scissors, the stethoscope. I mean, this guy is literally off the hook, man. Brian Mole does not play games when it comes to conversions. He's the ultimate plastic card guru. And same deal, we're going to give him his Vallejo surface primer. And you see, like, I got him super ghetto-fied on this base. I wanted him to be up high. I want to be able to get below him, but I wanted him to be stabilized. His feet, he could be on his feet, but he's designed to be pinned to his lower half. So I decided to paint him this way so I can get all the extra details. It's really hard to get all those extra details if he was glued into his feet. So a nice even stroke here. Like, you definitely don't want to pile it up. That's the advantage of using the airbrush, is getting a perfect primer. So you see, look at this fairing, this front plate that he converted with plastic card. It even has like the doctor reflective mirror thing on top. He went crazy. So obviously everyone knows Speed Freaks are red, but we're starting green. This is our pre-shade. We're using some Vallejo dark green. And I do have to like go back in time when I was using that GW base paintbrush and I couldn't get this grain to stick. It's actually the green, it's not the paintbrush. This Vallejo dark green is definitely not sticky. It doesn't stick well, especially over black. It takes like several light coats, even with the airbrush. So we're going to come in and use the same dark green on this orc. Now the last orc, we did them all appreciated red. This guy isn't all armored up. Everything he has on him can be painted by hand. So I use this opportunity to paint a predominant color on him with the airbrush to save maximum time. That is going to be the green here. So just several thin coats, like I said. It's pretty easy, not a big deal. Pull out my tablet so I can see the Q&A while I'm looking at this. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna lunatic chat, something like that. Primer, the Vallejo primers clog your airbrush the same way they clog mine. Oh yeah, dog, they fuck it up. So now we're using Vallejo like scorpion green here, and we're just gonna raw dog blend it right into the dark green, and you'll see it's creating speckles. It's not a clean transition, no big deal. You'll see why. We'll come back and hit the mid-tone. This is how we do. So, oh yeah, see, I'm just reading the chat right now. Sorry, I was being distracted. Same deal, just create highlights, create transitions in the back here. And it's a good idea when you're saying like this is all going to be red, to just paint as much of it with this idea of appreciate as possible. Because you can always come back later and say it's not red, but if you already started airbrushing red and you started going back to the detail phase, you're not going back, dog. It's GG. And of course, my tiny dog doesn't care that we're live. She's barking. Is it lunatic in a hat? Is that what it is, Ironhead? So we're going to use the exact same color combo on the orc here. Sitting for game, checking in. What's up? And we're going to highlight this skin. Just simple scorpion green. No big deal. Real easy. And we're going to build it up nice and bright. Easy mode. I think Michow just checked in. If my bot says he did, he must have. And like I said, this is the advantage of an airbrush. Being able to pick out these big flat areas that would be a metric bitch to paintbrush in, and getting nice, smooth application of paint. And this is perfect now, once this dries, to layer wash over. It's, I mean, just so easy. Then you come back in and you detail all the weapons out and you throw some brown on the t-shirts. You do whatever you got to do after that. It's easy. So I'm feeling pretty good about this work now. I filmed all this morning for you guys, just before I worked on my commissions aka the tree people. I got a little hair stuck to them, and so now I'm dusting that hair off before it gets matted down under all that fucking paint. Now let's go back to the bike real quick, and let's wash out some of these speckles. We're going back to the dark green, and we're building the dark green back up over exactly in the spots it was originally. And the reason I do that is because you get a different look from the green when you let it blend back into the white, like over the white versus the white over it. And it kind of brightens it all up, makes it way brighter. So when you use it as a pre-shade and go back into the red's going to look its absolute best. Motel says, have you ever tried Steinres Primer? Not a fan of Minotaur paint at all, but that stuff works worth every penny. No, I haven't tried it. I'll have to check it out. So going back on the front panel, the same deal. We're using that dark green to reestablish the dark areas. Sous Chef, thanks for the host, my brother. Always appreciate a good host. Sous Chef, a fellow streamer on Blue. He's amazing. He's a Blue Stream Team member, Brushlickers United. So now we're coming back in and popping the white out just one more time. Make it look its absolute brightest. Going back in with the Scorpion Green. You're really going to be rewarded for going back and forth when you do this pre-shade. You want it to look its absolute best. You want the whites to be as white as possible, and you want the dark greens to be as dark green as possible. That's the end of the video, as you can tell since it started over. And here we go. This is what we're working on today, guys. Let me set the old ancient Chinese tablet down in a good spot so I can see it. There it is. Can see it perfectly. And let's talk about it, guys. Let's talk about it. How you guys feeling about that? You guys tired of seeing me paint these orcs yet? Valkyrie44 checking in. What's up, lady? Geeky Spades checking in. Geeky Spades is also a streamer. Check him out. Give him a follow. Killing Time Painting. You're excited to see this guy get painted? Lead Giant. What's up? Long time no see, brother.
Excellent.
Ruby City. Was that? Did I catch that right? Ruby City Nomad. Thanks for the follow. Excuse me 1 second, guys. So here's the deal, guys. We're going to bang this out. We're going to hit the reds up. We're going to go crazy. We're going to wash that orc. Could do some details. Maybe show off a couple of the models we're working on. We're going to go beast mode today, guys. We got 3 hours to work before Meat Show streams. All day, every day. Agent Arrow. Orcs are sweet. No way am I tired. T6 Ted. Yep. And we're going to apply some red over this for you guys and show you this pre-shade. Vag Slayer. Yeah, best name. Never Orcs is the best. Alright. Alright. Excuse me. Alright, so here's the deal, guys. Everyone in the stream right now is earning their Yo Dogs. 3 people are about to cash Yo Dogs in. We got 3 people, and I just want to reiterate, this contest, there's no limit. There's no limit to how many swag crates we're selling. Use exclamation point info.
Red, white, and blue.
So Joe Darkblade says, yeah, swag crate time. So he just earned himself, I think, the balance difference of Yo Dogs he needed to get to that 4,000 mark. So it looks like, you know, Sal Doc, Jazar, Joe Darkblade, probably Killing Time Painting. They're all going to get swag crates. It's unlimited. The reason it's unlimited is I'm giving you guys over 100 MSRP in swag. GW quality shit. And the reason I have unlimited is because, guess what? if people spend money on Yo Dogs to use as their exchange rate to get these swag crates, I use that money to buy the swag crates. So it's pretty easy formula here. It's a way for me to give back to you guys who donate to the stream, who let me do what I do. Absolutely no brainer. I love you guys. You guys make this possible. So if you're new to the stream, you don't know what Yo Dogs are, exclamation point info. I think all the information down the panels, exclamation point Yo Dog to see how many you have, see all the rules. And if you get to the end of the month and you don't think like you're gonna have enough to redeem for a swag crate or even a gift bag, you can always throw them all into the raffle, because we're also doing a raffle. We're gonna do it every month, and the winner of the raffle is gonna get a one-on-one minimum hour video painting session with me. We'll do whatever you guys want. At the end of the month, Yo Dogs, everything resets. We begin it again. Go infinite. We're gonna do this all day, every day, guys. The Alfred Effect. What's up, Kenny? Alfie B, the IV, checking in, brother. I miss you, homie. Okay, guys, let's do it. Let's do it. And quick hype for the stream. This is yet another stream that we've hit over 100 viewers. It's a big deal. Everybody on the stream right now, you guys are my main people. Love you guys. Stream hype. Time to airbrush, guys. Compressor engaged.
And his name is John.
What is this? I don't know what just happened. Okay. Something weird just happened where it triggered a GIF, and for some reason it put up a picture. I don't know what it's thinking it's doing today. Let me get rid of some of these layers. We have way too many layers in our scene from showing off all those pictures last week. We're going to get rid of all of them. Okay, so real quick shout out. Killing Time Painting always keeps it icy. Apparently that was what was showed. He also donated 40 bucks, which I believe is his exact amount of Yo Dogs he needed to get his swag rate. So he's getting $100 MSRP in the mail. Spoiler alert, we've got Death Mask, and Betrayal of Calth on deck right now. So we're not playing games. 30k Marines and fucking Death Mask gangstaness. Oh, is that what happened? Lunatic in a hat? Okay. Okay. So, someone redeemed at the same time as someone donated. Okay. Now we know if that happens, that's what happens. Let me see if I think I can replay it. Can I replay it? No, it doesn't let me replay it.
And his name is John C.
So it looks like Gravy Robber just donated, earned himself, I think, 100 Yo Dogs. Thanks, player. Let's get some stream hype in here for Killing Time Painting, Joe Darkblade, Gravy Robber. People are donating swag crates, redeeming swag crates, doing everything they can to get them swag crates. Love you guys. Let me show you some ancient Chinese tricks right now. So what I got here is I got an airbrush. This airbrush is full of solvent, okay? Because I had it sitting in my shot glass full of solvent. So real quick, I'm going to run a little bit of water through it under my hobo sink. Just run a little bit of pure water through it, clean it out. Look at all those orc glyphs and all them yo dogs and keeping it ices. And look at Agent Arrow being absolutely ridiculous. Agent Arrow, you crazy motherfucker. Always keep it icy, guys. Always keep it icy. So here's the situation, guys. Let's get this camera in focus. It's time to do the moving parts. Okay, that's the wrong camera. This is, I believe, the right camera. Okay. First steps. I think everyone knows what we're going to do first. Fin Fang Boom. Try to use the next level painting so I can see it easier. I just happen to see it this time. I'm just using Vallejo air cleaner. It's good stuff. So I'll put a little bit of Vallejo flow improver in the pot. Easy, easy. We got some scarlet blood right here. I'm going to shake the shit out of this. Always F5s. And we're going to pour directly into the pot some of this red. It's in there now. You see that? We're going to pour a little water on top. Actually, a lot because we need this to be thin. We need to be super thin. We're going to cover the tip. Let it percolate a little bit. This backflow technique. We're even going to go one step further. Use our GW base brush, which apparently is good for everything. We're going to stir it all together. And we want this to be super thin, like a ghost tint. And Nomad, yes, definitely this is a good technique. Pre-shading red is how you get a real natural red. It's how you get your reds to pop by being as red as they can be and as dark red as they can be without changing the color spectrum. There's a lot of ways to do red that all look great. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use this right here to test how watery it is. I want it to be super watery. It's not watery enough. Okay. This might be watery enough. Next thing you guys always know, always going to put on a glove. Little black glove right here. Killing time, Peyton. When you told the chat Friday to ice me, I got home and did it. I iced myself. You have to, bro. It's the rules. It's the contract. Rubber City Nomad. That is great to hear, brother. No glove, no love. All day. Agent Arrow, the drinking game. Take a drink every time Kenny says Ancient Chinese technique. You know. Oh, yeah, like the Long War Podcast drinking game? Absolutely. Fang Fang Boom. When you use paint that thin, what PSI? I don't know, dog. Literally, the compressor typically has to keep up with me. Not to mention, I'm using a double action airbrush, so I decide how much air comes through it. You know what I'm saying? So it just doesn't matter what the PSI is. Shaggoth, yes. Literally any red works. It's how red do you want it to be. Like, what do you want your red to look like? You can use blood reds, gore reds, anything. We're using a nice blood red right here. So now what we're going to come on here and do is we're going to use like 100% air. Like I've got air all the way depressed. And I'm going to use the smallest amount of paint. Okay? Like 99.1. Joe Darkblade, are you out of here? Dog, I hope I'll see you soon, brother. Joe Darkblade is out. I think he just redeemed a swag crate. Love this guy. Ice him. So I'm coming in with the max air. Min paint. And I'm just going to be very slow here because you always got to test it to make sure your paint's thin enough. Because if it's not thin enough, you're not going to get that ghost tint that you want. It looks like we got it. Looks like we're good right here. Just real thin, okay? And actually, I'm gonna just throw a little bit more water in the pot, because just in case. Okay. I'm going to let that sit for a second. We're going to come back to the back of the bike. And we're just going to do the same deal right here. Yeah, see, that's right. So I think this is about how thin I like it. 99 air, 1% paint. Literally is the trick. So just let it build up slowly. Let the fact that you're blowing all this air on there help dry it rapidly. And what this green is going to do is it's going to let the red be its darkest natural version of itself and its brightest natural version of itself at white. You see? That red is its own red now. It's not yellow, it's not orange, it's red. And this goes for any color you want, bro. If you want that blood red look, if you want that Ferrari red look, if you want that gore, you know, like, works for them all. It depends on what kind of red you're into. See how nice that red is? You got to make sure to sling that red into the little cracks so you don't leave all that pink behind because it didn't coat the white. Very simple. Make sure to hit the dark spots like on the side right here. You want that to be nice and dark red right there. Slide it in everywhere you intend it to be. Very slow. Do not jump the gun. Maintain your zen-like patience. Down here, even though most of this is going to be covered by our Painboy, you don't want to find out that some little spot isn't covered, you know? Okay. Feeling pretty good about that. It's a good looking red. Let's just blow a little bit of pure air on it right now. Let it dry up. Let it seal up. So let it sit right there. Let's make sure we're in focus. Turns out that's not focus. Let's get a little bit more light on the scene. There we go. You see, we got a nice true red here. It's a little shiny right now because it's still just a little satiny from drying. But yeah, it's pretty good. You see when it's all. You see when we're showing that angle off where it's not just reflecting all the light. It's looking good right here. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit for a second, and we're done with the red for now. I'm going to pour the red, just in case we need it again, I'm going to pour a little bit of this red out. It's another ancient Chinese technique. Water bottle lid. In case we need it later, I'm going to set it down over here. I'm going to pour the rest back into my container, because this container is literally just my pre-shade red ghost tint shit, so like it's okay if I keep putting back thin down red because I only use it for this one thing. It just is what it is. And of course I spilled a shitload of red all over my shit. It's just how it is. All over the hand that does not have a glove on it. And let me see what you guys think about that so far, because there could be some new people in the stream who haven't seen this technique. Ugh, so much red. And actually real quick, quick ancient Chinese technique for you guys. Just barely squeeze it. Let it take the solvent and run it through over and over again. I'm just running the airbrush inside my cleaner. Just like that. I'm going to wipe the bowl out of the airbrush. I'm going to set it down right here because we are going to use it again here real briefly. This is like all the techniques to keeping your color change fast and your airbrush from clogging. And I'll show you guys Godface Killer here in 1 second. Synapse 88, thanks for the host, player.
And his name is John C.
Rubber City Nomad. Can I get some hype? Can you guys hype my boy up right here? He said, "You are." This is very touching, by the way. "You are the reason I got into the hobby. Thanks for all the ancient Chinese tech. Long war for life." Anyone doesn't know, I'm part of a podcast and company called TheLongWar.net. We are the fastest growing library of video content related to Warhammer 40k. It is the home of the battle reports, and it is a weekly podcast and webcast that we are, big news, bringing to Twitch very soon, within the next 9 months. What was that sound? Did somebody just ping me? Did I just get an alert? Anyway, Spiky Bits TV, The Long War TV, it's all coming to Twitch very soon. Shit's gonna be getting real. Joe Darkblade, I love you too, homie. Jizz Mogoblin. Jizz Mogoblin. Good to see you working on them boys. Always, bro. Yes, iron-headed. You gotta thin it out very thin, because if you don't, what'll happen is it'll just look like red plastic. It's killing time. Would you still do the red tech you did on the corn flesh outs back in the day? If you post that link to that video, killing time, it should be on my homepage on YouTube. This is an example of a completely different way to do red. There's so many ways. I've got tons of them. No, that was mass production red. That was, let's get this done this way. I have a lot of different ways to do red, and they're all for different reasons. Wolf Sark checking in says, "Yo, dog. Just got started painting on my D-Thirster last night. Gonna continue while the stream is up." That makes me happy. Naked Puzzle Baseline, a.k.a. Mike C, checking in. Well, this makes being stuck in an office not suck so bad. Yo, you ever passed that exam? You a lawyer now? Dirty Sheets McSkeets is here. We can start, guys. We can actually fucking start. That's the redemption sound, huh? Iron-headed. Okay, word. I'm learning. Fiendlessly Juicy. Someone redeemed their reward. Let me look. Yes, sir. We've got 2 swag cates coming in fresh. They have been redeemed. Joe Darkblade and Killing Tom Payton. You guys did it. Fucking did it. Still one more name. Work on an essay format of the official drinking rules of our stream. I have it on my desk. 9 o'clock tonight. T-Day. No doubt, dude. That shit would work great on the AOS corn. Asian Arrow. It's coming, bro. It's coming. Long War will be on Twitch. We're talking about it every day, all day. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let me show you a little bit of the last thing I like to do when we do this. So what I'm doing is I'm cleaning the solvent out of the airbrush. Still one more name. Appreciate it, homie. Dragon. What format do you want that in? High Elvish. Okay, so now what I'm going to do... Okay, you guys hear me talk a lot of shit about Minotaur. This actually is a really good military paint. This black airbrush is better than Vallejo Air Black. It's crazy. I don't know why. Same deal. Little flow improver. Still one more name. We can do it in Klingon if you want, man. I don't care. Kapla all day, homie. A little bit of water on top. We're gonna backflow. We're gonna use that GW paintbrush. Stir it up, and we're gonna rinse it off this time so it doesn't harden on us. Got a little bit of black. Looks good. So here's the last trick. Now this is something I learned from Michow actually. And if you guys know who he is, he's one of the best painters I've ever seen. Probably the best painter on blue. He always talks about creating contrast. I don't know if I learned it from him, but I definitely learned the words to explain why I do something from him. To create contrast, especially with red, it's not always... You don't always want to like brighten the red to create contrast. Sometimes you want to darken the red to create more contrast. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to come in with this black at these points in the bottom. Add a little bit of black right there. And that is creating contrast without distorting the red up top. Same thing, we're going to slide in here in the back. We're going to add a little bit of black right in these darker areas. You could use burnt umber, which is an amazing color, but for the orcs, I like the black. It's more extreme. So that really, that just instantly added more contrast to the look right there. This light is definitely not what I want right now. Okay, so you can see we got a nice black shadow right there. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you create that contrast. You know, my light could also be too close to the scene. Let me check real quick. Let's see if I can twist this. Get it up there. This is not easy. It's taking all the muscles in my body. Ugh. Can't do it. Alright, I'm going to have to get up and do it, guys. Turns out I lack the strength. Turns out I was fucking up. Turns out it was already up as high as you can go. And so I basically just give myself a hernia. That sucked. My hand hurts like crazy. Hurt my hand, my left hand a couple weeks ago doing some shit. And I've been like, kind of like staying off my left hand, and like that definitely aggravated it. Being stupid. Oh, yep, we're getting better lighting. Yeah, that was the situation. Well, sometimes you gotta learn. My dad used to always say growing up, if you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough, bro. You ain't gonna make it. Okay, so we're done with the airbrush, guys. I'm gonna get rid of this black real quick. I'm gonna rinse it out. I'm gonna run it through the shot glass. We're gonna leave it in the shot glass. It's done. Now we're gonna do some other things now. Ugh, that hurts. God, I'm so whiny. Alright. So anyone new to the stream, this is definitely a good beginning. This red looks fabulous. I'm glad I moved the light. It was worth the pain. Here is what it's going to look like when we're done. This is Gobface Killer, one of the war bosses of the Watang clan. We've been painting him for a couple weeks. And this is the end result. This is what we're going for, guys. And they're all going to be on a base that has some opportunity for graffiti. They're all going to get a Wu-Tang symbol and something else funny right here. And this is another Brian Mole conversion.
Excellent.
Mystical Wolf. Thanks for the follow, homie. This is like 99% green plastic card. This whole hand, plastic card. Whole back part, plastic card. All this, plastic card. All this, Iron Gob, everything, dude. Shit is so legit. Oh, and also I want to show you guys the Lucky Stick. So I decided after much deliberation, it was designed to be in his hand. And I decided that it just couldn't be because it obstructed too much of this glory. So I chopped it down, shortened it, green stuffed like a big lug nut on it, and magnetized it to the back. Like so. And so now, and I remember I told you I pinned it last week, we added some checkers to the horns so it looks fresh. Get some of that love. Use that yellow because yellow is an accent to the Speed Freaks. And it's lucky. You know what I'm saying? Yellow is lucky. And that's where we're at, guys. So that is where this guy is going to be by the time we're done.
Excellent.
Wolf Sark, I'm sorry, brother. Quick shout out, Farrell Helena, thanks for the follow. Go back in time. The Naked Puzzle Basement test results in November. God, dog, how you think you did, homie? Wolf Sark, have you painted the new Bloodthirster yet? I'm glad you asked me that question, Wolf Sark. Here's the official answer to that question. Fuck no. And you want to know why? Because I still have to do commissions to pay the bills. It is our dream on this stream, and I think most of the people here can agree with me, that it's a much more exciting prospect to be able to just only paint what's hot. This new model just dropped, we're painting it. Request only, model of the week only, giveaways every week. That's what we're working toward, and we're working toward it pretty fast growth, actually. Things like the promotion we're running right now with the swag crates and everything, these are really helping, and we're getting closer and closer to that goal where we can shut the door on commissions, go at least part-time, you know, and start doing more model of the week stuff and do a lot more giveaways. Ironheaded, I know. Burn Umber is my shit, but black is where I like that with the orcs more. Lucky Jaw. Inspector Daka is in the box in front of the workstation. I've got us. I'll show you. He'll be on the studio tutorial coming up this next week, where I'm going to show you guys how to paint checkers a little bit more detail. But yeah, he's done. He's looking good. And we got to paint. We got one more death copter to paint too before the Method Boys are done. You got to, Wolf Sarky. Dumma, you missed everything, dog. We're done. Psych. We just started, dog. Got over 2 hours left, bro. So far, you didn't miss anything because I went over the pre-shade again with the intro video and we just did the red. So you've seen that before. Ironheaded. Will the big beetle commission be painted on stream? I haven't decided if I'm going to stream paint her or not. I can't do my best work on stream. And my instructions are, and I quote, to go literally off the hook on that model. So I'm probably going to make it into a studio tutorial. Alright. I'm going to show you guys some wash technique now. We'll let that dry. Right here. And before we wash them, though, we're going to do a little bit of highlighting. Because that's what I like to do before we wash.
I say I'm 1,000,000%. That is better than 100%.
1,000,000%.
1,000,000%. Oh, yeah.
Wolf Sark, thanks for the sub, homie. Appreciate it, brother. Someone ice that, man. Mystical Wolf, man, thanks for stopping by, homie. So what I'm doing right now, guys, is I'm running this base brush through a little bit of brush soap real quick. Just getting some of the debris off of it. I'm actually using this GW medium base brush more and more. I kind of like it. I kind of have to retract a lot of mean things I said about it. So we're going to do a little quick detail on this guy. Taiwan exclamation point icy does not exist anymore. It's exclamation point hype. Okay, so let's just take a minute to recognize Brian Mole's incredible skills. This syringe, it's all fucking plastic art. Look at this dock tools. He's got the Erdy syringe and the dock tools. Look at the stethoscope, man. Look at the scissors right here. I mean, goddamn, dude, this shit is incredible. GW doesn't make like a biker Painboy, and all the Painboys they make have all they're amazing, but they're like, you know, hard to work with. He just converted one up that looks even better than GW's. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna grab some Necrotite green. Necrotite green all day, guys. And also, let me grab my palette real quick. I forgot to pull out a sheet for my palette because I was working on that. What is the big tree guys called? They call it Revenants from the Sylvaneth. I got 3 of them. Ugh, stupid painting palette sticks together when you get water on it. When I first got it, I was just like pouring water all over it, so I kind of fucked that up. And so they're all sticking together now. There we go. So getting our little palette down right here. Off to the side. A little bit of water. Yeah, I'm gonna bang this out quick, bro. Like, because we're gonna wash it, so I don't wanna. We don't wanna overdo it or overcomplicate it. You know, and this base brush is not right for this. I'm gonna grab one of our old busted detail brushes, and we're gonna come through and we're just gonna bang out some exaggerated details. And a lot of people, they'll like try to blend the flat surfaces in and stuff. The thing about that is that works pretty well, as you can see. But if we haven't washed it yet, don't really worry about the blend too much. You can sort of cell shade it for now. And I'm just picking out the bigger muscle groups and just making them brighter. It's that simple. That simple. And this is kind of like what I always like to do before I wash something. And they always got these big ass triceps, these orcs. So I like to highlight that shit. I like to really bring attention to it. Simple, simple. And come through right here, and always do the hands, these big ass hands. Just draw basically a line along these tendons and these bones in their fingers. It really helped the wash do its best. And then we'll come back in afterwards and just pop out some final highlights. But this is an ancient Chinese technique for speed. Come through, paint these big ass lips. Real exaggerated. Yep. We're going to paint the lower gums. We're going to paint them pink. We'll do that at the end after we wash it. Like I said, it's like very similar to like a video game style cell shading. I put my glove on. I'm not feeling good about not wearing my glove. Rubber City Nomad. Yep, that's a good purchase, bro. Vallejo air set is great, man. The game air is pretty good, too. Same deal. Want those extreme highlights.
Excellent.
Injection Princess. Thanks for the follow. Slow Fuse, man. Sorry your stream got interrupted, man. You were crushing it today. Anyway, Slow Fuse Gaming taught me how to airbrush. He's the man. Fellow Brush Liquor United Stream Team member. Resident streamer here. Crushes it out on the daily. Honorary member of the Wu-Tang Clan. Come through here. Super exaggerate these details. Don't overthink it. Literally don't give a fuck about blending these. I'm just painting them on. You know, I'm keeping the paint appropriately thin. Easy mode. Geek of Spades going into lurk mode. Alright, player. Another fellow streamer right there. Geek of Spades all day. Like I said, and I like to do this before I throw a wash down. Always, I think, improves the wash. And then when we come back after the wash, it'll kind of give us the paint by numbers template to where we really need to put the final super highlights. Always trace those fingers.
Excellent.
Godwin Fish something? Fish Chig? Next to the follow. Appreciate that. Man, that sucks, Slow Fuse. Maybe you'll feel better if you get some Smirnoff Ice in your life. Remember, they have these big-ass triceps that I love to highlight. Always give that tricep some love. It's one of my favorite muscle groups to work out when I used to lift weights. So I have a lot of respect for a guy who's walking around with triceps that jacked. Okay, I'm going to come back to the other side and strengthen some of these highlights. Easy, easy. Nice, exaggerated details. Throw some on the tricep and the bicep. Don't forget the bicep. Highlight that elbow. Slide it up to where the tricep would be. Draw a little bit of fun highlight in there. And we're kind of manufacturing the highlight on this arm. Simple. Good Orky highlights. He's almost ready for his wash once all this paint dries. Let's make sure the face is looking its extreme. You got to hit that high extreme note. Easy. Look at that. Painting orcs is very forgiving, by the way.
And his name is John C.
Valkyrie 44 came in hot, earning quite a substantial amount of yo dogs with a $20 donation, saying giving the orcs some love. I always give the orcs some love. Hype Valkyrie 44 up, play people. I'm talking exclamation point hype. Everyone has access to that. Appreciate it. You're the best. Love you. John Bingham says orcs never skip arm day. Never. No doubt. Thank you, Valkyrie. So, feeling pretty good about this pre-highlight. We're going to use a green and brown wash. And we'll come back in and highlight everything afterwards. So let's let that sit for a minute. Maximize the dry time on this. But let's go over it, guys. So you see we have a nice exaggerated highlights. And let's show what it's going to look like post-wash. So after the wash, you see how that wash really darkens these areas? And then we come back in. And this is the same arm. This is the exact same arm because this is the biker arm. We came back in there and manufactured some cuts in the wrinkles. We jacked up. We made that tricep look swole. Came back in and hyper highlighted the face. Built some musculature around the arm. We fictionalized this vein right here. It doesn't exist. It's that easy, guys. I think that works. Can we get a orc that stands on his own for once in his life? There it is. We'll wash the old brush off. Take a quick smoke break, see what you guys are doing. Close the Necrotite green, my favorite green of all time. See what you guys been up to.
Excellent.
Robot Crash, thanks for the follow. Let me do a quick roll call. Valkyrie, 44. Rubber City Nomad. Gravy Robber, 41. Killing Tom Payton. Joe Darkblade. Thanks for the donations today, guys. You guys are earning yourself mad yo dogs, and I think we've even redeemed 3 swag crates now. Don't worry, we have literally infinity. Slow Fuse Gaming. Thanks, man. That's a huge compliment coming from you. That's a huge compliment coming from most people on Blue, but especially the honorary member of the Wu-Tang Clan, and we're working on the Wu-Tang Clan right now. Slow, are you still there? Did you see this, Slow? So obviously, Slow, you picked the winner for naming this orc. Gobface Killer, obviously. We already know his name. So obviously he came out dope. He came out sick. Did some cool effects on him. Looking his best. But did you see this graffiti on his base? Did you see that? What do you approve as an honorary member of the Wu-Tang Clan? I don't know if you'd seen that yet. Rubber City Nomad just got the Vallejo game. Oh, we already talked. That is a good... so let me tell you something about Vallejo. Vallejo is basically the best company for paints, right? They don't always have the best pigments. They don't always have the best everything. But they have the most of the best categories.
Excellent.
Bantamed 5. Thanks for the follow, homie. And by that I mean they have the whole Vallejo airline and game airline. They're fucking fabulous airbrush paints. Their game color is iconic and legendary. They have incredibly affordable pumices and game add-ons. Their plastic putty is literally the best gap filler in the game. You missed it, Rubber City. Yes, Vallejo's good. That's what I was saying. Synapse. How would you recommend painting Space Marine drop pods? Actually, I got a fun technique. If you're talking about the doors open, you can actually basically open the drop pod, right? Lay it down and literally spray it all metal, right? Okay? Let it dry, no big deal, right? Then close the drop pod, hold it upside down, and airbrush all the colors, right? Now, if you want the fins to be a different color, no big deal. Hold it right side up, open again, even though you blasted all that metal in there, airbrush the fins this way so that the doors are down. And so some of that color is going to overspray in the metal. That's fine. You make those fins look amazing. Then take your big brush with the same metal and wipe out the overspray real quick on the interior. Let it dry. Close it. Hold it upside down. Finish airbrushing the doors. When they look good, hold it upside down, hold it right side up again, and hold them, and do your final colors, right? Your final, weathering. Then open the drop pot again, throw some washes in there, do some dry brushing, paint the details, let it dry. Close it, hold it upside down, paint the details, wash, let it dry. You literally never have to tape a thing off if you just keep spinning it at the right angle. No, Slow Fuse, you're the man. Moltz, Moedo. Just curious, I noticed your YouTube vids, you use a lot of Vallejo Flow Improver. Do you ever use Vallejo Air Thinner? Yes, I have Vallejo Air Thinner right here too. I only use Air Thinner when I'm working with the gloss coat. I don't use it with paints. It's an accelerator. It thins the paints down and makes them dry faster. Fuck all that. That's dumb. I hate it. That maximizes your clogs. Don't like it. I never have a problem with my airbrush drying. Thin ass paint will still dry fast if you're throwing enough air out. Flow Improver is a retarder, so it helps the paint move through, and it minimizes clogs. All day Vallejo Flow Improver. And there's other companies. I just like Vallejo. Anything else? I'm looking for the Q&As, guys, while I'm smoking. Looking good. Beer hats. What do I think about the new Karn model? Well, it's obviously way better than the old Karn model. That's for damn sure. Here's what I don't like, though. I don't like that we got this baller-ass new Karn model, but we're not going to give us some baller-ass rules to make them to want to play with them. Karn needs Eternal Warrior. He's been around since the Heresy. You know what I'm saying? Chaos characters need immunity from the Spawnhood and the Dark Apostle result on the fucking Boon Table. Let me put it this way. If it's been 10,000 years, and every time you kill a champion, you get a random mutation, wouldn't every Chaos champion just be a spawn by now? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's insane. I hate it. Karn looks fresh as all hell. I'm just a little salty that we don't have any rules to go with it. Rubber City Nomad, we're getting there, brother. We're getting there. Our current stream record is 140 live viewers. If we break the record, anytime we break the old record, the greatest moderator of all time is going to issue bonus Yo-Dogs to everybody in the stream at the moment we break the old record. So currently our record is 140. We need 141. So it behooves you to stay in the stream and possibly throw a tweet out there. Annex, what is the best way to highlight black without an airbrush? Actually, highlighting black with an airbrush is not always the best. But if you're looking to highlight it with an airbrush, still one more name knows the tricks. But actually, Ironhead has got some OG dry brushing tech. He's got some amazing pictures. Maybe he'll post them up for us. He's the guy to ask. If I'm highlighting black with a paintbrush, I'm literally just taking black, mixing it with gray to make it a dark gray, doing a skinny little edge highlight. Then I put white, a little bit of white in there, make it less dark. Another little highlight. You know what I mean? Like, it's just methodical. Rotor Blue, how much flow improver do you use? I tried it for the first time the other day. It was a third color. The paint was getting loose and sloppy, moving all over the place. You run it through your airbrush, or you run it through it with a paintbrush? If you run it through your airbrush, you have that problem. Maybe more PSI. Maybe you're running it too low. Rubber City Nomad, you're talking about what will complement your new set of paints. Vallejo has amazing washes. Their airline is just, I mean, the game color line and the airline are both both amazing. You can't go wrong with anything Vallejo, bro. Rotor Blue, when you're running it, do you have it set to 25 PSI and then you start airbrushing? Does the needle drop down to like 10 PSI as it's trying to keep up with you? You know what I'm saying? like, because if that's I mean, that's too less. That's not enough PSI, honestly. Ironhead had just posted some great pictures. He's really good at doing that black highlighting. All right. We're going to let him sit for just a little bit longer. And we're going to come back to the bike. And we're going to highlight this red since we're in the highlight phase. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to pull out a few colors to get started with. All right. Rotor Blue, maybe, I mean, damn. I'm using the same exact setup I'm using? Same colors, same paints, same airbrush? Because, I mean, sometimes I'm like 2/3 flow improver, a third paint. Oh, that's awesome to hear, Agent Arrow. You should post some pictures. So we're going to use a little bit of hot orange. It's real close to blood red. Just a little bit orange here. I'm going to put some out on my palette over here. That's not going to work. We're going to get a little bit of that. We already have some of that red we saved from earlier. Right here. I'll just set it down over here by my palette. Little orange fire. We're going to pour some down on the old palette. And what we're going to do is we're just going to highlight some of these edges on this red. We're going to mix a little bit of the hot orange in, which is like the one that's pretty mid-tony, and with a little bit of this actual red that we used. And we're going to come in here and just draw some nice fresh lines. Easy. It's easy when you're working flat angles because you really don't have to draw a line. You just have to kind of drag the paintbrush along the edge. Let me see if I can get you a little close up here. Just like that. I'm gonna add, just gonna brighten it up a little bit. It's fun, and it's a fun highlight to do. Give it a nice highlight along the tops here. And these angles are a little hard to paint because this was all converted from plastic card. So they're not all like perfectly computer angles. They were made by hand. And we're going to slide in here in the separation. And now we're going to have to draw the line for the most part ourselves. Just like that. And we're mainly working the mid-tone right now. And we'll come back in with the orange fire and drop another highlight. Just some edge highlights, you know, we're not like blending anything. And I like these highlights to be over the dark areas too, because it really gives it a nice reflective quality. As you can see there, we're basically just coloring like old coloring books. Sunpunk84, thanks for the follow, homie. Rubber City Nomad, Inspector Doc. We already have an Inspector name, but that is a good name. Commander Kino, what's up, player? So same deal, let's drag that highlight down the dark edge. I call it dark edge highlighting. Creates a fun little reflective quality. Here's an example of the way this was sliced by hand. Creating a weird cut that you have to just kind of work around when you're painting it. Painting it with the little skinny paintbrush like I am. Let's keep it going. Just like that. This is all done with a little bit of our hot orange mixed in with our red. Gamma Goblins, man. What's up, player? You see right there, it's doing something weird. It looks like a little piece of plastic right here raised up. Right there. Got rid of it. And so we ended up getting that line a little thicker than we wanted to. It's still there. And actually, it's just a piece of the plastic card that didn't get knocked down. So we're just going to have to play with it as we go to get it to look the way we want. It's all about the angle you hold it at too when you're doing this edge highlighting where you're just dragging the paintbrush along the edge like this. You just gotta hold the model the right way. See that? We're not actually drawing anything. We're just literally just dragging the paintbrush along. Is another edge that's kind of weird. We'll have to come in and like carve in some sweet scratch effects. Hobbytown 2010. It's Greg from Hobbytown. What's up, dog? You have some Tamiya paints now? I have not played with any. I mean, are they acrylics? I have not. I didn't even know they had those, brother. What's up, Greg? Anyway, man, use @Next Level Painting to get my attention quicker. It's hard for me to see things that don't have that highlighted, because on my screen they highlight. And so here we go, guys. Just keep dragging it along, man. I'd be really interested to see if Tamiya has acrylics now. Or I guess they may have always. I just didn't know. I always thought they were just enamels. So now it's getting a little tricky, guys. You got to get in here and avoid these bolts. I mean, you actually don't have to avoid the bolts because we're going to paint the bolts metal. As I just realized. Simple. Super easy. And now I'm going to do a little bit more on this side right here. Boom. Easy mode. When you use the right techniques to maximize your efficiency, it is like you're cheating. Playing the game on easy. Same thing with the eyes. Catch that bottom reflection right here. We went a little extreme there. That was a mistake. Wasn't paying attention. Gonna add a little red to the mix. Water it down a little bit. Just like that. There we go. Keep it nice and watery. Grab a little bit more of that hot orange. Godwin Fish. First time in the string. Thanks for doing these. Now you're now in LA. How much 40K communities out there? In LA specifically, it's mainly like beer and pretzels 40K, but there's a lot of hobby out here, man. Got Hobby Town. Solvent based, 91% alcohol. That's interesting. They don't clog your airbrush up? Gotta try them out. Send me some, homie. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get this dark edge highlight down on the teeth here. You want to make this look fresh. Because, like I said, it is like, it's kind of like a not a real way light looks. We're not scientists. I don't know how light works, bro. I just know we make light our bitch every day with an airbrush. Dropping a couple of nice little highlights right there. Flip it around. Just like that. Easy. And now we're going to grab a little bit of the super orange color. Got to wear that mask when you airbrush the Tamiya. They don't clog at all, huh, Greg? God, you definitely got to send me some, bro. Let me do a product review, homie. Put you on the sponsors panel. See now, look at we're kicking it up one notch now. We're using the fiery orange. And just putting it on the tops. We're not going to put it on the bottoms too, just up here. It's a little bit brighter. And it's fun. Really gives you that orc look. Like, how dope is it that this fucking has the Mad Doc, like, weird mirror that doctors have on their head, like the light thing? Like, he put one into this too. Like, how crazy good is that? It's so tight. That looks good. So let's slide back over here. Drop a couple of easy highlights. Yeah, so you guys are slinging Greg's airbrushes now too, aren't you? That's awesome, man. I know Greg's makes a really good airbrush. So we're going to drop a line right here. We drew that line manually. We didn't drag it. Agent Arrow. You've done some light studies. Even though I'm not a scientist, I do a good job. Thanks, man. Dropping some cheater edge highlights, aka tracing. The way I drop highlights, it's literally fake painting. Like, I'm not even painting, dog. I'm literally just moving the paintbrush around, catching the edges. This is just a technique, guys. There's almost no skill involved. The way we paint at Next Level Painting is the skill is the knowledge. You know the technique, so you can implement it. Looking good. We'll paint checkers on this panel right here, so I'm not even going to fuck with it. Got to orcify that panel, you know what I'm saying? Definitely going to have to throw a scratch in somewhere. Hell yeah, Greg. You're doing some Death Watch right now? About to hit up Juice with him? Alright. Let's get this highlight party started. We're almost ready to wash the green skin on that orc coming up here soon, guys. As soon as we set this down.
Excellent.
The Killing Cold. What's up, man? Thanks for the follow, homie. There it is. Nice.
Excellent.
Hobbytown. Greg Steiner. What's up, player? Thanks for the follow. Down in Fayetteville, North Carolina, running a sick Hobbytown, USA. You guys don't play games down there, aka you play games all the time. They're always running 40K events down there. It's one of the ballerest hobby towns I've ever been in my life. Definitely, if you're in North Carolina, you need to check it out. You don't meet a lot of hobby towns that care about 40K that much. Okay, so we got some nice highlights there, guys. That looks good. And that's pretty close, like I said, to what we're going for. Not bad. All right, let me wash this brush off. Let's talk. A little brush soap on my super cheap paintbrush to keep it alive. Alright, set this down. Take the old glove off. Let's talk, guys. See what's going on. I'm going to do a quick shout out, actually. Valkyrie44, thanks for the love and the donation. Earning yourself, I think, like something like, what is it, 500 Yodog points? Yodogs? Yo, you're getting close to redeeming stuff yourself. Rubber City Nomad with the touching words. Gravy, Robert, Killin' Tom Payton, and Joe Darkblade. All of these guys are redeeming Yodogs all day or day. According to Revelo, we have 3 people have redeemed the epic swag crate. So, it's going to be clutch. Well, we're getting close, guys. We got to, if we can break 140 live viewers today, everyone on the stream at that moment is going to get free Yodogs. Let me scroll back up, see what the chat's looking like. Valkyrie, how do you like that Storm Show Surge I posted on Brushsuckers? That was your Storm Surge? Holy shit. That shit was amazing.
And his name is John C.
Oh my god, that is the second rarest GIF in the lineup to trigger. Gamma Goblins donated 10 bucks, earned himself 200 Yodog, says, thanks for the stream. As always, brother. I love you, dog. Throw some exclamation point hypes out there, guys. Mad love for my boy. Hobbytown 2010, Greg. You guys do a great job, man. Thanks, man. Doing what I can with these bikes. Rapid face punching. I don't think I've ever seen you. PS, great name. He says, your orc bikes are looking very wah. Love them. Thanks, man. That's a true touching sentiment. Agent Arrow, yeah, I saw your Skitari. I feel like it was the same Skitari that we posted up on the stream last time. Like, I fucking saw him, dog. Synapse. Yo, bro, I watched one of your tutorials from HWO to start airbrushing, on how to start airbrushing and how to take care of them. So yeah, we got the airbrush hacks, airbrush for beginners, and airbrush maintenance. These are some of the most popular videos on YouTube that we have. I just finished soaking my Neo in cleaner water and then used gun oil.
Excellent.
Everything is smooth. No, seriously, hops number 9, gun solvent, bro. Like, if you're having trouble with the airbrush, man, This shit right here, this shit will get the job done if you get down in the brass tip and the cone. This will fucking fix it, man. I promise you. Quick shout out. Orja Magnet. Thanks for the follow, brother. Still working toward that 140 viewers, guys. You have to log in from 2 accounts and 2 computers. Fair game. Yes, Agent Harrow. They were on the stream. But yeah, Valkyrie, that was amazing. You did good work on that Storm Surge. Ironheaded. What is the exchange rate? So, 20 Yo-Dogs is worth $5. So everyone will get $5 in Yo-Dogs if we break 140. If we get 141 or more. Rapid Face Punch. Your airbrush tutorials were a huge help getting started. Been brush painting for 20 years. Never tried airbrush. Thank you. No worries, bro. That's why we do it, man. Bringing hobby back. Hashtag bringing hobby back. I basically figured out a long time ago that if you commission paint, you are helping inspire potentially like the local hobby group to see an amazing paint job. But you're really doing it on the smallest scale possible. One guy with an amazing army. But if you share all those ancient Chinese techniques with everybody online, like a lot of painters, they hoard techniques. You know what I'm saying? Here, Brush Lickers United, the stream team, Blessed. We don't. We share you all of our ancient techniques, and you know that's why coming to this stream team was an obvious place for me to go, because that was my philosophy with my YouTube channel since the beginning. If you guys don't know what Brush Lickers United is, check the link at the top of the window. It'll say Next Level Painting is being creative on Brush Lickers. That is a link. It'll take you to our members page. You'll be able to stay up to date with everybody who's streaming. We also have a Facebook page. Links down below. Techno Martyr, what you got? Oh, wow. For some reason, Facebook is acting like a little bitch right now. Let me see if I can do this. I'm going to show this off. Take a look at this, guys. Techno Martyr just painted this and posted this up. What an amazing paint job, guys. That is fabulous, bro. I like that crimson red. I like that darker red. This is what I was talking about. There's just so many ways to do red. This is a great... These bases look fresh. Who makes those bases, man? I mean, what a great job, bro. Good job. Why are you even watching the stream, brother? It looks like you got your own ancient Chinese techniques. Yeah, Jizmo Goblin. For real, bro. Appreciating is the truth, bro. Yeah, Techno Martyr, man. Yo, good job, bro. Got to drink some Smirnoff Ice tonight. Oh, this is an amazing link. Everybody needs to check this link out. That I'm gonna post it again. This link right here is to Rotor Blue's gallery, where he implemented the tutorial we did on the Dragonforge dais doing the lava glow effect. Tell me that doesn't look exactly like what we did. Damn, dog. Technomar doesn't play games. Good job, brother. You guys ready to get some wash done? Yeah, slow fuse. Isn't that crazy? Like, look, guys, check that link out, man. Here it is again, in case you didn't see it. It's incredible, bro. He did such a good job following the tutorial, man. Like, I was like, wait, is that just my picture that you just reposted on your Instagram? Nope, that's yours. Crooked Letter, man. Thanks for sharing your talents, sir, with a very generous $20 donation, bro. Thank you, brother. Thank you for sharing some donation money with me, brother. Like, I can't keep the lights on without you guys, bro. The dreams are going to come true. We're going to be streaming 5 days a week. We're going to be doing all the ancient Chinese techniques. We're going to be doing models of the weeks. We're going to be doing giveaways. We're going to be giving away these requested models. Like, the stream is just going to keep growing. We're going to try to make this as a community an amazing resource tool with you guys showing your paint jobs, showing how you do things, everything, man. You guys literally are the best. Also, little known fact, Next Level Painting TV on Twitch. I think we have more ladies in our stream than any other wargaming stream. I like to think that's because we're awesome. We create an awesome environment that's hobby safe, whereas typically the rest of the internet is a cesspool of hate.
Excellent!
That's you guys, by the way. You guys did that. Quick shout out, Raylan275. Thanks for the follow, homie. Killing Time Painting. Full-time streaming in 2017. I would say, obviously, with keeping as much of my personal information as private as possible, we're more than halfway there. Definitely more than halfway there with how everything's going. Now, the second I feel like we're there, I will close the doors on commissions.
And his name is John C.
Red, white, and blue.
Yo, these guys are so good, man. LET424, generous $25 donation. At some point, you'll make me confident enough to buy my own airbrush. Until then, I'll give you money and keep grinding that regular brush. Do what you gotta do, LT. But seriously, get yourself... Go down to your local, like depending on where you live. There's many ways to get an airbrush. And almost every... And don't get it twisted, bro. I use an Iwata Eclipse, bro. But like Grex, Badger, they're all amazing airbrush companies. And there's so many ways to get an airbrush. You don't have to be intimidated by it at all. I hope you get an airbrush soon and we can work on it together. Also, Rotor Blue came in fresh, obviously, with a clutch donation. Thanks for everything, homie. Stay fresh. I always stay fresh. Can I get some hype in the stream, guys? Please. LET, always, brother. And to finish that diatribe, Killing Time Painting, we're really close to it. When we close the door on commissions, we'll still have about 11, 12 months of work I owe people, because that's how long the Next Level Painting queue is. But that means that we'll be closer. We'll stream some commissions, but if we're doing 5 streams a week, that means we can do like 2 dedicated request streams, maybe like 3 commission streams, and then when we get commissions out the door, full-time all day or day request streams. All right, Greg, we're gonna do it. Let's wash these orcs. Orgasmic still in queue. Yeah, my queue Orgasmic is 12 months right now, man. Like, If you commission me right now, you're going to have to wait a year to get your models painted. Alright, here's Mr. Orky right here. LT. Got it.
I
LT.
say I'm 1,000,000%. That is better than 100%.
1,000,000,000%.
1,000,000%.
Ooh, yeah.
Lucky Jawa 81, thanks for the sub. Can you guys throw him some Smirnoff Ice? All his fellow subscribers, ice him. Okay, so here's the washes we're going to use. So Vallejo green, and I think the wash I like to use with this is an umber wash, and I'm looking for it on my desk. You know how my desk is, guys. It is literally just insane. You know how it is. Iron-headed, where's my umber wash, homie? Here it is. Umber. Ancient Chinese tech. Save your water bottle lids.
Excellent.
Cyber One, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it, brother. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shake these up. I like to hold them upside down to see until I don't see pigment settled in the bottom anymore. Give them some good shakes. Get some green in there. Get some umber in there. We're going to use that GW base brush. Alright, hitter, where's my GW base brush? Killing time painting. It was there. Found it. Stirred up. It's kind of like sewer water, like baby poo. Very similar to a wash that Secret Weapon makes. And I already know I like it to be a little darker. A little more. Okay. Let's get a glove on. I don't like getting washed on my hand. Yep. Melonhead in the house. Fellow blue streamer. Guy does some amazing historical fucking super realistic shit, man. He doesn't play games. Burnt Umber is his thing. Me too. Anyone who watches the stream knows that Burnt Umber is our jam. So we got our wash out. We mixed it up, custom. Slide it off to the side. Here's our Ork. Like I said, this is just some simple airbrushing and some quick cell shade highlighting. And we're literally just going to pour this wash on his ass. And what we're looking for is that wash to settle in the cracks, in the crevices, like that. To define his arm, kind of like that phenomenon I was telling you guys. Sometimes one of the best ways to create contrast is to darken the dark areas, not brighten the bright areas. And that's what just happened right there. You see that? And since I put a bunch of green wash in this mix, like his wash will stain, you know what I mean? Like it's staining the model. So the stain is going to have green in it, so it's going to be a lot less obtrusive and a lot more realistic, more natural. And look at how much work that wash does on the face. Look at that. I'm not putting any water in this wash. We're going just beast mode. I mean, look at that. I mean, like, it just instantly defined that face. Same deal. Let's get it all up in this other arm. Simple. God, when you paint like this, it's definitely cheating. We're painting on easy, guys. All technique, no skill. Let's make sure the wash is doing what we want back here in these harder to see areas, like under his wife beater right here. Make sure we get it on the hands, underneath all the dock tools. In here, he's got a little bit of chest exposed. On top of his head, I think that's skin. I haven't decided yet. Feeling pretty good about that. And so this is definitely the pre-stage to this. This guy has the exact arm. That's the same sculpt. That's the biker arm. That is literally this wash plus a little bit of highlight. And that's where we're at right here. It'll dry up. It'll look real dark in the recesses. And we'll be ready to go, guys. So I'm going to keep my eye on them because I want the wash to drain a certain way. So we're definitely going to look at them. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab one of my clips right here. So we can hold them in place. Like so. I want that wash to drain on his face in this direction. We don't want it to be off key though. It's got to be straight. Let it drain. And be one with the war boss. Okay, we'll let that dry for a minute. We'll come in and cut some details in on this bike. And then I'm going to show off something on my commission table here in a second. Fifth teacher checking in. She is also a streamer. She does some 40K shit, and she's good. You guys got to check her out when you guys get opportunity. Definitely right-click on her name. I think that's what you do. And send her a follow. Same thing with Melon, Giga Spades, Slow Fuse Gaming. These guys are all brush slickers. I'm reading all this stuff. Very sanitary conditions. He is a doctor, after all. You guys are hilarious. Looking through the chat. Let me go grab this model I want to show you guys. Just got to roll back. My beat slab is very very tidy and very compact since my entire operation is in a 10 by 10 space now. Because I live in Hollywood, and turns out that I can't afford more than what I have. So here's the sneak peek to what I'm working on right now. This will make it out into a studio tutorial very soon. We're at the very beginning stages of painting this. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called a Revenant. Tree Revenant. So we're working the transitions into the bark armor, and then we're going to come back in and paint everything under the bark, like this area, like white birch wood, and this will just stay like it's hard, it's wood color, because it definitely, you need that contrast, and it is definitely armor. So this will be like skin, and this will be armor. So all this will be some sick white bone colors, birchwood. All this shit will be looking fresh. We're going to highlight it up another stage, give it some sick wash, dry brush techniques, more airbrushing. We're going to paint his leaves. We have 3 of them. One set of them is going to have green leaves. The other one's going to have blue leaves. The other one's going to have orange leaves. And we're going to continue that theme throughout the whole Tree Man army because we have a literal humongous fucking Sylvaneth army. Sylvaneth army. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. We're building up some real natural wood colors, and we're going to pop that contrast out. We're going to maximize that contrast. It's going to look so fresh. But we have literally like 30 of the little tree men. We've got like the spirit ones, the ones that are like the elves are breaking through. We've got like 30 of those. 3 of the big trees. We've got Beetle Lady, which we're gonna paint on a tutorial on a studio tutorial. I've also got the couple of the ones that are like the big trees, but they're like spirits inside of them, but they're the big ones, like they're dreadnoughts. We've got a lot of shit on deck, guys. Age of Sigmar all day. Tebow, man. Damn, dog. Sucks. Work sucks. Rancid goat piss. Tree looks fresh. Thanks, man. Useless wizard. Have a ton of fun with Malifaux. That's a spirit Durthu. Is that what it's called, Rotor Blue? Tree Lord Durthu. Sous Chef. Sous Chef. What? Yo, guys, Sous Chef is another blue streamer. Definitely show that guy some love. Right-click the name. Hit follow. He'll be on later tonight. Tuesday is the biggest day of the week for the blue stream team. Rapid Face Punch. I'd love to see you do some Malifaux War Machine. I would love to do some as well. Alaskan Hitman. So how do you contribute via Patreon, Twitch, etc.? There's information panels below the screen, and those are basically links to the various forms of donation. If you're looking at mobile, I don't know if mobile's is easy, but that's basically the situation, homie. Appreciate the thought. Useless Wizard. Yeah, I think I would. I mean, Malifaux has some great models. We're only 5 viewers away from the Yo Dog giveaway, guys. If we can break our record of 140. Sous Chef. I've been here just doing bases for prosecutors. Yo, the prosecutors be looking baller. Sous Chef is the unofficial master of all things dry brush. He does things with a dry brush that most people do with airbrush. Rubber City Nomad, just post a link to your work and I'll show it off. Synapse 88, trying to get on blue. Well, blue is the blue stream team has got an application out now. I think it's up on the Facebook page under files. Definitely, I think you fill out the application, send it to Michal. He'll put you on probation and figure out if you meet the requirements. I think that's the situation right now. Van Doren, thanks for the follow. And also Val Mies, thanks for the follow, homie. Tebow, trying to break records every week, bro. Well, looks like we lost a bunch of viewers. Leonid Lopez, fellow patron on the Next Level Painting Patreon page. This guy is an absolute awesome dude. What's up, player, man? Thanks for jumping in. Barolini? Did I have that right? Broloni. Thanks for the fucking host, brother. I appreciate it. We're going to show off a paint job real quick. Richard Scale Studios. Very generous donation, $30. Keep up the good hobby fight. This man just earned himself a shitload of fucking yo dogs. Can you guys throw him some hype, please? And while you guys are doing that, I'm going to show off a paint job from a viewer that is amazing. This is near and dear to me, guys. Take a look at this. We just painted a bunch of these models too. Good job, man. There it is. Rubber City Nomad painting some AOS dwarves. Sin for game. Oh, thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. One of our other ladies that watches the stream. Well, this is a good picture. Let me see if I can update the picture for you guys. Show this close up. Check it out. Ooh. Good job. Those dwarfs. Oh, those bases are so fresh. Kick ass, man. Good job, brother. Rubber City Nomad coming in fresh. Rotor Blue. I don't think we did a tutorial on painting the dragon, but I think there's a couple of live streams on VOD back on YouTube where I laid down some of the airbrush work. Rubber City Nomad, this is your first fucking paint job? Man, fuck you. Literally take a step back and fuck your own face. I fucking hate you. First paint job. Get the fuck out of here. You're not allowed on my stream anymore. Super upsetting. You should have seen my first paint job. I wish I had a picture of my first paint job. Tebow.
His name is John C.
That is Alaskan Hitman with a clutch donation, earning himself some yo dogs. Look forward to your videos. Keep them coming. Hype Alaskan Hitman up, please. He came in clutch. We have to answer T-Bow's question. We have unlimited swag crates. There's literally no risk of us running out. That's not a thing. Yeah, Rubber City Nomad. Dick. I'm going to show off one more picture before we get back to work. Because I'm so impressed by Valkyrie 44 with this amazing job. This is incredible. Look at this Storm Surge. That is like some Gundam Wing level detail and cleanness to that paint job. Those lines, the whites. Like, this is like how those dudes who would do like the Gundam like models and like enter competitions. This is how clean that shit looks. This is incredible. Valkyrie, you crushing it. One of our other, coincidentally, stream ladies. I'm just saying, Next Level Painting on Twitch has more ladies than anyone else. I don't know the causation or correlation there, but I know it makes me happy. Yeah, Rancid Go Piss. This is crazy, right? Yo, for real, right, Dragon? So good, man. We got some seriously good hobbies out here. Killing time painting. Appreciate it, homie. Alright, guys. Hopefully, I can show you guys some shit that is not pure garbage compared to all these amazing paint jobs. So, we're going to set the guy whose wash is totally drying out to the side. We're set off Gobface Killer. And we're going to paint some details in on this bike. Turn the light up a little bit. Lots of talent in here, right, Greg? Okay. So everyone knows that the Watang clan is eternally shiny in chrome. So we're going to pull out some chrome. Alright, Header, where's my chrome? Just kidding, I found it. Chrome right here, Vallejo Air. Basically, Vallejo Air, Model Air is basically the best metallics to paintbrush and airbrush. Like, they're so good. So I'm going to pour some out of my palette. We're going to grab our GW base brush, make sure it's clean. It looks clean to me. Oh, get back in the cradle, and what we're gonna do here is pour a little water out on the palette. Easy, easy. Oh nope, this paintbrush is not clean. It's got all sorts of green on it. The fuck is my? All right, real question, real time. Iron-headed. Where's my paper towel? I don't know about you guys, but I lose my paper towel all the time. All day.
Excellent.
Rafa Edition, thanks for the follow, player. Okay, so I'm cleaning this paintbrush off. We're going to get this chrome out. And we're not dry brushing it because we're going to be using a wash technique, so I'm not going to dry brush it on. We're just going to put a solid, clean coat. And look at, like, and I watered that down. Look at how good these Vallejo Air metals stick. And that's the brightest, that's the second brightest metal in the Air lineup. Look at that. It just goes right on. And so here's another ancient Chinese technique. Even though you have all this metal to paint and you want to just move the paintbrush super fast, don't do it. Because what's going to happen is you're going to start flicking little metal flakes all over the place. And they're going to start landing on your airbrush red. And that's going to suck balls because you're going to have to go back in there and fix that. And the only way I fix it is every time I do that, I have to paint a little scratch mark there, 3D scratch mark. So just be nice and methodical. I'd rather paint the scratch marks exactly where I want them to go, not where the mistakes of my fast paintbrushing dictates. We'll paint this little cradle too, metal. I'm just going to use a detail brush when I get there. I like to use a bigger brush when I'm laying down the paint in volume, and then I'll switch to a smaller brush later. That's simple. And we're going to use a nice heavy Vallejo black wash to orcify these. Never lose paper towels. For real, bro. Killing time painting those. So we're going to paint all this undercarriage bullshit on this bike. All this is going to be chrome. And since you are under the bike, you can move a little faster. Let me get the camera in a better spot. Man, I'm just like always so impressed by Vallejo Model Air metallics. They have straight replaced all metallics for paintbrushing for me. They just have the best application, the smoothest application, the best coverage. It's incredible how good they are. Like, I can't believe that they're marketed as an airbrush paint when, like, they're quite clearly the best metallic paintbrush paint. All this is going to be metal. It's going to have a nice wash. We're going to come back in and we're going to use RZA Rust to rustify it, everything. We're not scientists of rust, but we are definitely rustologists. If that makes sense. I could have said that wrong. I think you guys gave me an honorary degree in rustology is how that worked. See, we got to come back in on this side right here, and we got to do some cuts. We're going to do like chipping all down the sides of the fairing with scratch techniques. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab my detail brush in my other two fingers. And sneak some of this chrome in there. Like so. So now I look something like this. Ancient Chinese technique. Be careful when you're wearing a glove when you're doing this, because you can put your finger in some of that metal and not realize it and then track it all over the model. Since I have the detail brush now, cutting some details in. We gotta throw some inside of there. I think I'm gonna use black for that actually, inside the eye. I'm not gonna throw metal in there. There it is. And this is where you always have to organize the project. Like, what do you want to airbrush? What do you want to paintbrush? You know? I'd rather paintbrush this easy-ass metal than any red any day of the week. Super easy. Oh, you see, like, you see the metal like flaking out everywhere because I was going quick. Could have fucked up and got that on the red. You see it's on the tires. Doesn't right there. It doesn't matter though. Just gotta remember to be careful. Yep, ancient Chinese lobster claw technique. T-bow. Easy mode. Oh my god. This is how I paint all my models, man. I mean, like, this is literally, this is the textbook right here. This is the playbook for next level painting. It is the marriage of quantity and quality. We use every technique at our disposal to create the work that we do. And if you know, as you guys watch, you realize that I'm not doing anything that takes any real hard skill, man. Like, everybody who's been painting miniatures for any amount of time, like a couple years, has already developed all the skills necessary to do anything I'm doing. I'm just organizing the techniques in the right order. What's that, iron-headed? Sneak it in there with the detail brush. Easy. We'll do some cool RZA rust effects in there. Look at that. Iron-headed, the official scapegoat of next level painting. Truth. There it is. We're almost out of the trenches. Paint the exhaust pipes. Be careful not to splatter this paint all over the red. Compliments to Brian Mole again. He converted these amazing Ork bikers for us. These models are like 75% plastic card conversions. If you look at an actual Ork biker, you'll notice how much of this is not the same. And if you go back and look at Godface Killer, the Lucky Stick War Boss we did, you'll notice that his bike is a fucking chopper. It's like 30% longer than a traditional Ork bike. I sent him 3 knobs on bike sprues because they're bigger than the regular Ork boys. And I was like, make it happen. And he made the bikes bigger. He made the fairings bigger. He did, I mean, he changed up everything to make them super unique and make them very HQ-y. Because GW doesn't make any like biker bosses, man. They just make the one Forge Rolled Zadsnark, which we have in our army because he's a special character. But like, that's what I love about the community is you can put it out there and say, hey, is there anyone out there who can make this conversion for me? And someone's like, hell yeah, dog, right here. Turns out Brian Mole is an avid Ork lover, and he has all these Ork molds and conversions he's already made, and green stump stamp molds. He's a master at the plastic card. Like, I think these exhaust pipes are a mold he made years ago. Alright, I'm going to rinse off the GW base brush. Grazer. Oh my god, Grazer. What's up, player? Damn, I just seen you, bro. I love you, Grazer. Do what you gotta do, homie. We're also going to rapid fire clean off this brush in our brush soap real quick. Let it sit off to the side. And now we got our detail brush out. And we're going to come in here and cut some of these details in. You know, and it doesn't matter if you get any silver on the pants because we are going to repaint that. Yo, can we hype up my boy Rancid Goat Piss? Donating, earning, yo dogs. Let's bring hobby back, man. Painting my first models in a few weeks. Ancient tech shall be used. Thanks, player. Yo, I can't wait to see what you do. Post them up on the Brush Lickers page, Next Level Painting page, anywhere you want, man. You can just share them with me on Facebook. I don't even care. I can't wait to see what you do, man. So what I'm doing here, guys, what I was saying is I'm painting this metal right by his legs. And even though like I'm going to paint his leather, the leather on that a different color, like I want to minimize how much of that's going to suck and how much of it isn't. So I'm just going to just paint by numbers right there a little bit. And for the most part, the Painboy is going to be lurching over this body and you're not going to see any of this. So I feel good about that. We got to sneak some in right here. Right there. Got lots of metal bullshit in here. All sorts of bolts, nuts, and all that shit. Don't get it on the red. And this is where it's interesting. So because of the way we chose to paint it, we're gonna have to like manufacture this metal all the way up to the top, and then we'll just draw a highlight in there, like where it changes colors, and we'll just manufacture that later. We're in the highlighting stage.
Who's that Pokemon?
And his name is John C.
Yo, we gotta throw some hype out. My boy Tebow. Tebow just came in clutch with a donation, earning lots of Yodogs. I want to say 200 Yodogs. Says, thanks for the great streams. Got me back in painting after 5 years. That makes me happy to hear, brother. Every time I hear a story like that, it literally... Anytime I'm having like a day that's hard, and I'm like, damn, dog, I've been doing all this work, this, and this. And then someone says that, I'm like, you know what? That is why I do this work. You know, hear stories like that to know that we're bringing hobby back together. Thanks, player. It makes me super happy to hear. So on this side, though, I'm going to do it a little bit differently. Since I didn't already fuck it up with bringing that metal up, I'm just going to paint this plumber's tape. Because I think orcs use plumber's tape on their vehicles. Detail it out. Throw some wash on that later. Just like that. And now we're going to slide around to the guns. And we're going to bring it right up to the edge. Get that harness detailed out without touching that red. Just like that. And we're going to paint these two latches right here. Just like so. Boom. Lucky Jawa. Someone did say guns. Eternal Shining Chrome Orcs all day. Crot Gut. Iron-headed. No doubt. Yeah, this is our Speed Freak Orcs. The Watang clan. We got the Chromest Chrome. The Shiniest Chrome. And we got the Reddest Reds, man. That's what we do. We're almost done with this chrome, guys. It's going to look so good when we put a black wash on it. And a light dry brush. I like to do the brightest metals possible before I do a wash. It really helps get that crazy contrast, you know. Vallejo makes a lot of good steels, and they have like gun steel, gray steel. They have like all the colors. But they also have like a silver, an aluminum, and a chrome. Those are the power three, like for just making bright metal and then washing it, in my opinion. Feeling good about this. Now let's go to this ammo casing up top, like this belt right here for the DACA cannons. Pretty sure I'm just gonna paint this metal and throw some rust in here. Oh, the light just kicked in. My light's been flickering. Might have to buy a new one. I think I don't get enough power. I don't think I get a steady power supply in my apartment, so my LED light. I don't know if I want to buy a new one because it could just be that the fact that the power is shifting in this old ass building constantly. It's a super high quality studio light, and it shouldn't be doing this. And so I'm thinking that somebody just turned off the washing machine, and then now I have the proper voltage to light it back up. There it is. Oh, and we got some nuts and bolts. Hobbytown P3 paints. I use P3 paints a lot, man. We're gonna use them to highlight the orc, the greens. I like P3 blues and greens. We use them all the time on the stream, brother. We do. So we got another strip right here. I like Signar blue, Iosin green, Necrotite green, Arcane blue. I like the Menoff whites, Molten bronze. Those are my jams right there. Meridia's blue. Now, they're not my favorite paintbrush paints, honestly. Like, some of them act weird when you paintbrush with them. Also, Kador Red is amazing.
Excellent!
Sinja, thanks for the follow, homie. But they airbrush very well. Should paint some of these bolts. You'll be rewarded for patience here, guys. Looks good. I'm gonna pull the big brush out again. Oh, Tebow, I have tried everything. Like I said, it stopped flickering right now. I guarantee it's because our community washing machine stopped working. Stopped running. Okay. We're going to go back to the Q&A in just 1 minute. Let's just tighten up some of this. Make sure this looks solid. It's looking at its best. We missed some spots on the insides of the guns. And we're going to come back and with Typhus Corrosion and Riz of Rust. After our wash, we're going to tighten everything up. And a good wash will cover anything that we fucked up on, and a bunch of Typhus Corrosion up in here is going to look great. Make sure our metal is as smooth as it can be. Okay. And we'll do one. Oh, I see another piece I missed. For real, still one more name. Okay, so back here, there's another piece of this plumber's tape or whatever it is. We're going to let this dry here in a second. Oh, yeah, we got like some mirror image on the back. Gotta paint it. If you did it on the other side, you gotta paint it on the back too. You know, and these Ork bikers, the frames, the chassis, they hold up. I remember when they were new, they look great. They're great Ork bike. I mean, they're so obviously cool Ork bikes. The only thing that sucks is they only made 3 versions of them. But there's like, there are 3 versions, but they have multiple like add-on pieces that make them different. Okay, so we did that. Now I'm going to do is on the front here, since these nuts and bolts are so big, we're going to pull out some black first and paint them black. Because when you have such a big nut and bolt like that, like if you come in with just a metal and then a wash, you end up having to highlight it so much anyway. because the wash isn't going to do anything. Paint them black first. And then just highlight the metal into the black and don't rely on a wash. See what I'm saying? Then we'll just come in and take the chrome. Well, actually, we'll take a black steel and we'll just like do a quick little dot in the middle, and then a smaller dot of chrome, and we'll just make the highlight that way. Because I already know from experience that the wash is gonna do shit here. Ancient Chinese technique. All day. Just paint it black. Yep, nice. Just Rolling Stones it. And I'm using Abaddon Black right now. I actually really do like Abaddon Black from GW. It's a good black. Good coverage. Has a good look. A real sharp look. Doesn't like get all matty and weird looking like a lot of blacks do. There it is. And so here's a cheater trick right here. I'm literally just going to mix some black in with the chrome. I'm not even going to pull out a different metal. Literally just darkened up the chrome. I'm actually going to darken it up a little bit more. Just like that. That's, like I said, that's just a little of that same Abaddon Black and the chrome we already had down the palette. And these ones have like the bolt around the nut. And we're just going to draw a line around that perimeter. And now we're going to take a little bit more chrome into the mix, less black. And we're going to draw a smaller dot. Right in the middle. Saint, thanks for the follow, Holmes. Right in the middle, guys. Real quick, there it is. Feeling pretty good about that. We'll let that dry. We'll show you yet again the result we're going to achieve with all these techniques. Something like this. Super easy. And of course, remember I told you guys I scheduled my Instagram post and I totally fucking forgot. And I should have it. Here it is. So 2 hours late, no big deal. Let's just make this post. Okay. Let's talk, guys. Let's talk. Woo! Quick shout out. T-Boat, Rancid Goat Piss, Alaskan Hitman, Richter Scale Studios. Richter Scale. Why do I say Richter? Richter Scale Studios, Rotor Blue, LT, Crooked Letter, Gamma Goblins, Valkyrie 44, Rubber City Nomad, Gravy Robber, Killing Time, Joe Darkblade. Thank you guys. Donations earn Yo Dogs. Yo Dogs earn rewards and swag all day. You guys are crushing it. Alright, T-Bo, let's see what you got here. I'm going to put this up while we talk with you guys. Oh, sorry, bro. Whatever you linked me to, I can't see it. Try again. Don't you mean a Bad in Black? God, T-Bo. Seriously. We interviewed M and she was like, it's a Bad in Black. And I was like, word. That seems weird. But they invented it. Well, I mean, they didn't invent it, but like it's their game, so you're right. A Bad in Black. Anyone who wants to show off any of their models, you can do it right now. UPS, what are we talking about here? Oh, I see. You guys are talking about trying different outlets. Valkyrie 44, have a dark Eldar girl riding on the back? That's a pretty cool idea. How do you not go crazy painting fully assembled models? You mean like because I'm an airbrush artist? Over the years, I've discovered there are certain ways that speed up the process, and there are certain ways that seem like they're speeding up the process, but they're not. And so over the years of being a professional painter, I've learned exactly when it slows down the process when the model's assembled and when it's not assembled. Because you have to imagine, you have to remember mounting the things you're painting with it separately with an airbrush, then putting them back together later. You factor all the time in, you're like, well, I didn't save any time at all. Side by side, Painboy with Warboss. Sorry. This is what we're working on. This is what we're trying to achieve. Here's Mr. Painboy right here. This is what we're working on, guys. Thanks, Ironheaded, world's greatest mod. Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna hit 141 today, guys. We're barely in the hundreds anymore. Must have been a snooze fest in there. Or something else happened. And I think I know what that other thing is. I do. Alright. Rubber City Nomad. Oh, sorry. Gamma Goblins is first. First in queue. Let's see what you got, Gamma Goblins. Holy shit. Alright, guys. Take a look at this Gamma Goblins special right here. Look at this motherfucking Space Wolf Dreadnought right here. With a Hellfrost cannon? Yo, look at that fucking detail on the crisscross pattern, the dags on his leg. That is epic, guys. Oh, it's Bjorn. Rhinoceros. Let's see what you got, homie. Rhinoceros, another space wolf. Oh shit. Yo, now here's Bjorn by Gamma Goblin. Here's Rhinoceros saying, yo dog, space was all day or day. Check this shit out. This is amazing. And gigantic. Humongous ass fucking picture. Look at that. Great utilization of the airbrush, and then going back in with the paintbrush and doing a bunch of fresh details, man. Good job, man. Rubber City Nomad. Oh shit. Yo, fresh. Let's go. Let's jump over to Rubber City real quick. Rubber City Nomad. Yo, my man. You ain't playing games, homie. Look at these Death Watch. So fresh. Crushing it, bro. Yeah, like I said, anyone who's trying to show off their pictures, submit them right now, bro. And then after this, we're going to come in there and we're going to drop some details off on that orc skin if you guys want to see some P3 paints in action working on some orc skin. Rhinoceros. At Gamma Goblins. Your dread makes me look like I want to toss out my army. You guys are ridiculous. Ain't nothing wrong with what, Slow Fuse? T-Day just sent me a picture on Facebook. Let me see if I can find it. Blanket Facebook pictures is kind of hard for me in this process. If you could just, if you send it to me on Facebook, if you could just open it and send me the picture link, that'll be easier. Jack Trauma, man. Ooh, another Space Wolf. Yo, this is Space Wolves all day up in here, guys. Take a look at this. Another super clean airbrush and some detail work. This is great. This is like exactly how my models used to look when I first started my painting company. This is what I sold people, bro. This is like, this is amazing. I mean, this is like, this is good stuff, man. Oh, damn. Yo, you guys remember last week Richter Scale Studios was showing off some of his Infinity terrain he was working on? Looks like he finished it. And it is amazing. And it is gigantic. Look at this. Infinity set right here, yo. This is fresh. Man. Good job, brother. Alright, Tebow. Nope. I can't get it to work. Let me see. Maybe there's a reason. Is your shit not set to... Is your, Hold on a second. Maybe it's because the link you sent me is all gangster. Let me see. That might be why. You might not know how links work. Okay, so I made it to Photo Bucket. But it's like, nah, dog. Doesn't exist. Sorry, brother. Alright guys, let's do some detail painting. Sorry for anyone whose picture I didn't get to do. Alright, so let me show you guys some gangster highlighting tricks for these orcs. We're going to pull out Necrotite Green. All day. Get that Necrotite Green ready to go. Let's pull out one of our detail brushes. And let's do it. Get a little water out in the wet palette. It's not a wet palette. It's just a shiny piece of paper. Let's get our glove on. Don't forget the glove. All right, guys, you ready? There we go. I'm gonna show you how easy this is. We're literally just gonna go in there. And draw a couple of lines. And sometimes dots. Dot. Dot. Boom. There it is. Got that focus on. And we're going to come in here. Draw a little dot right here in his cheek. A little line maybe. Just like that. Like that. And now we're going to draw some fresh little lines. Up top. Just like that. And that's all we're going to do. We're just painting by numbers now. Since the wash did all this work for us over this really aggressive highlight, now we just have to trace the highlight back in. But just like with these extreme little pops. Quick little line right there. You see that? We're not doing anything that I mean, this anyone could do this. This is not like this is just a technique. I love this. It's like I said, it's like painting on easy mode. Quick lines. We're gonna paint his lower lip pink and pink and purple, so we're not gonna paint that right now. Just like that on the chin. Look at that. Big Roser. What green is that? Looks perfect for your Nurgle. This is Necrotite Green. I use it on most things. Like 99% of things I use is Necrotite Green and Iostin Green from P3. They're definitely the best greens I've ever used in 20 years. Let's try now. So this is where it gets fun. Paint the knuckle. Just draw some lines on these tendons. Paint by numbers, bro. The wash literally just did it. We're just tracing now. We're not blending anything. It's so easy. Now this is where people get confused, like right here. So like all these big flat surfaces on the muscles, we actually are still going to do the same technique. We're going to draw lines. We're just basically reinforcing the highlight that the wash gave us. Draw a couple of wrinkles right here. Light might be kind of bright. Make sure we're on focus. Okay. Come back in here. Drop a little highlight back here on this muscle group. Just draw a nice little slice right here on his bicep. Nice sharp highlights. A Rubber City Nomad, paint by numbers. Do you remember like those old coloring books that would have like all the areas of the painting had numbers on it, and you would look at your little instructions and it would say number ones are all this color. Shoulder breaker, I think. Thanks for follow. It'd say all the ones are this color, all the twos are and you would just literally follow the chart and you're painting by numbers. And by the end of it you'd have a painting because it told you exactly what to do where. Let's go back to the tricep, my favorite muscle group on this guy. Let's highlight this elbow. Cut it in a little bit. Looks like we got a little speck right there. From where the wash left the raised surface highlighted. Guess what that is going to be, guys? That's going to be a wart, son. We're going to highlight it. We're going to let it ride. Switch gears. And when we're done with this highlight, we'll come in with a little bit of flash gets yellow mixed in, and we'll pop out the highlights one last time. That easy. Iron-headed. I painted a dragon on my thumb right here. Okay, same deal right here. Let's draw some lines in, some classy lines. Boom, couple of little wrinkles. Make sure we're in focus. Since we're so close, I just want to make sure everything I'm doing you can see. right here in the bicep, let's draw a nice little curve. You guys hear that? I think that was my my cheap ass keyboard. Looks like a vein right here we can paint. Right there. Boom. Get some fresh highlights. Slide back around. And what's cool is like he looks kind of muddy right now because the matte is doing it, because the matte varnish, sorry, the matte medium of this wash. But once you hit it with a good matte varnish, it'll stop looking chalky and it'll be vibrant. We use Testors Model Masters Lusterless. I think that's the best in the business in my opinion. Coincidentally, you can buy them at pretty much any hobby town in USA. Some simple highlighting right here, guys. Feeling good about that. And like I said, side-by-side comparison, pretty much the only difference between these right here is the varnish took the chalk away from the War Boss. So his green is more vibrant. That's what like a good varnish should do. This guy right here, this Painboy still has like the chalk in him. Like that chalky, dried effect. That'll go away instantaneously as soon as we varnish it. Up. Something happened? Did somebody do a redemption? Is that what that sound was? Let me check. Oh, shit. Valkyrie 44 just cashed in for a gift bag. Throw Valkyrie 44 some love. She's going to get our gift bag, which is just going to be a gift of some shit that I haven't decided yet because I haven't gotten it yet. The swag crate is the big crate. Pretty much most people who play the game, who play the Yodog game, should approach gift bag range pretty easily. And I see a lot of people in here who are pretty close to a gift bag. Congratulations. I'll give you something very personalized. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do a few minutes on Moon Yellow. Just to show you guys this trick. I'm pulling some Moon Yellow out on the palette. It's a very bright yellow. It's basically like Flash Gets Yellow. And we're going to mix a little bit in with our Necrotite Green. And we're going to go through and pop out some of these highlights a little bit further. Just the same highlights we just did, but not everywhere, just in some spots. And the yellow in here is going to highlight the green a little bit further. On just some of the more extreme surfaces. And same thing, it works really well in the muscles. gives you that final little highlight that a lot of people, a lot of people don't realize. Like that this one last highlight doesn't have to undo anything you just did. It just adds to it. You don't have to redo everything. You just have to pick out the highest points, the things you want to be the absolute stunners of the paint job. And that's just, that's basically enough. Easy highlighting right there. And like I said, he will look so much better after a varnish. I'm not sure if Ironheaded, if that's a skull cap or the top of his head. I'm going to ask Brian online what his intention there was before I commit. Still one more name. You're both in the same household. Why are you both donating? Oh, I see what you're saying. Because you're accruing yo dogs from 2 different usernames per minute. We'll talk later. I might be able to come up with Ironheaded might be able to come up with a solution to combine the yo dogs into one account. I think we can accommodate. I think we can accommodate. Alright guys, if there's any pictures you guys want me to look at real quick, let me see them. Doctor, Deathmonger, the Painboy is coming together nicely. He's gonna need a Grot Orderly hanging off the back. Well, Valkyrie said it needs to be a naked Dark Eldar girl hanging off the back. She didn't say naked, but I said naked. Red to go piss. Yo, you need to get Orc Swole. That motherfucker is jacked. Oh, here it is. So this is Tebow's picture. Alright, I'm going to show Tebow's picture real quick because he's been trying to get it in so long. There it is. Here's Tebow, guys. Look at this. Is this that? What? That's that Corn AOS model, right? Holy shit! What a badass. That is baller. Rhoda Blue says, "Have you found varnishing fucks up metals? Don't use Army Painter. That's the problem. Army Painter varnish is literally the worst. It makes everything dusty. Model Masters, from testers, lusterless, literally best in the business." Maphis. The Painboy intended to go on top of regular Warbarker legs. It's actually the knob. So, all these guys are converted off the knob biker. Now the Forge Rolls are knobs, and they're actually a little smaller than the GW ones because they're older. That's why I didn't go with them. A Doctor Paper Hat. Do you think that's what it is, Killing Time? I'm going to have to ask Brian. He'll know. I mean, that might be the situation. That might be the situation. Alright, I'm going to do something kind of unique here, guys. Oh shit. Is this the legendary Mi Chow?
Oh shit. Who's this? This is Yo Dog.
Is this
What's going on?
Is this the man himself?
This is the man.
All right, guys.
What's going on?
This is Me Chow, the leader of Brush Slickers United. He is.
What's going on?
We are trying something totally new today. We're gonna go raid Me Chow.
All right, guys, you hear that, right? These guys are coming in.
So everybody on Me Chow stream right now can hear all of us. We're gonna get over there. We just finished off a solid 3-hour stream over here Next Level Painting. We're working on some orc knobs. We got the Painboy from Brian Mole. We got the Orc War Boss. We're doing some crazy shit here. And Me Chow, what are you working on right now?
We are working on some scions right now from the Militarian Tempestus box set.
You applying some of those golden demon level skills to the models?
Not quite on these models. These are just more of like tabletop standard right now that I'm doing for myself. Get ready, for the Golden Demons type stuff. It would take too long for stream, but getting close to that level. We did that Blood Angel Death Company not too long ago.
All right, so you guys heard it. We're all gonna go over to Me Chow's stream, including me. I'm gonna go over there too. I'm gonna be hanging out with Me Chow for at least 10 minutes, interacting. So we're gonna go over there. We're gonna raid. I'm gonna host this guy. Okay. So I'm gonna host this guy, cause I know the drill now. I'm gonna wait 15 seconds, and then I'm gonna click host. Go over there.
All right, you guys in my stream, you guys here. These guys are the dog pound is coming. We got to get ready to defend against the dogs. So make sure you guys get ready to defend the channel. Oh.